Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One, coming to you on Friday, January the 9th. The year's 2026. Let's talk trading. Weekly wrap up. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. As always, make sure your risk management is in place so you don't lose more than you're willing to lose when you're trading. So, weekly wrap up. We're wrapping up the first full week of the year 2026. So let's take a look and see what's going on. We have one pair that did not fill the gap, the dollar Canadian. So for the week here, we can see we dropped out of the weekly opening range today. We came close yesterday, but we dropped out today. And we also went into the opening range for the month and then dropped out of that. So once again, these horizontal lines on the weekly, monthly, and yearly open, they definitely play a role. And remember, the monthly open and the yearly open are the same since this is January. So for the year, we are 54 pips, now 53 below the yearly and monthly open, 164 off those highs and 11 off the lows. Also, I forgot to mention it's NFP day. And NFP already happened. That was almost 5 hours ago, my time, and your time too. So let's take a look here. We broke out of the weekly inside bar from 1 week ago, but we're now back above it, that inside bar low. And we cracked the daily inside bar from 13 days ago, excuse me, and we're now above it. So bouncing off of these lines. Range today on the pound's only 58 pips. On an NFP day, that's really light. Let's see, we've got the pound yen leading with 150 pips of range, dollar yen following with 148, and the Swiss yen 138. Euro yen 130. So obviously these yen pairs are moving. Taking a look here at the buy zone, we got the daily open and the weekly open. Notice price tried to get above the weekly open, but here on the M30 it failed to close above it and has dropped right through the daily open. So if you were trading those daily open crossovers or the weekly open crossovers, once again, there was profit to be made. And you know, it's not hairy hindsight because we do this every day, every week, every month, every year. You just have to be there when it happens. Rats. Range is large enough. You can see here during NFP, we put in the low for the day. Well, almost the low for the day. The low for the day at the time. Then we turned around and put in the high of the day. That was about a 50 pip swing. I'm going to pause for a second. Okay, back to you, traders. I had to get a cough drop. So once again, the red rats feasted, green rats feasted. So the rats were well fed today. Bambino flex indicator said to go long. Price near the pivot, according to the traded plan, was a short. And as you can see here on the H4 candle, it looks like we tried it 3 times and we never closed above that pivot. Once again, simple horizontal line trading. Daily, we took out the pivot, but we missed the pivot 2 days in a row here so far. So we've got 2 missed pivots this week. Yesterday and the day before. We did take out the weekly pivot. And we took out the monthly pivot. See, in and out of the lower wick zone. Once again, these wicks are getting to be have more range than the bodies. And for the week, we have 175 pips of range. Puts us at the 66th percentile. High minus previous high is 37. And previous low minus the low is 9. So either one of those horizontal lines, taking the breakout, would have been profitable. Remembering the previous week was an inside bar. So for the rats, high minus close, right now is 162. Close minus low 13 on the week. And the weekly crossover traders, high minus open 121 to the north, and open minus low 54 pips to the south. Once again, some nice trades to be had. Looking at the simple price action chart for M30, you can see here we had some nice ranges about 3-4 hours ago, but trading has died off here, coming up to the end of the week or the end of the trading day here on Friday. Notice we've bounced, or we've crisscrossed the 134.00 level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times today. Previous M30 was an inside bar, and we've broken through that high. On the higher low, lower high, we just had a trigger. 13 the trigger was set 13 bars ago, and we went through it. And it looks like you could have picked up about 5 pips there. This higher low at the moment. Looks like you could have picked up maybe a pip and a half. You know, nothing to write home about, but it all adds up. And that's one of the things you have to learn. Sometimes, some days you just get a bunch of little gains, but, you look at back at the end of the day, you've got 20, 30, 40, 50 pips or more. And that's how you do it. And you can see here we put in a 1 ball. And if you were to look left, you can see here how that was support, then support became resistance, and now it looks like that resistance is becoming support again. Some of the basics that you've learned in the traditional trading teachings. Using my price action score chart here, you can see there's been some really nice moves. We had 4 red bars down here, so you could take a long. It would have taken you down a few pips, but then turn right around. Then you had 4 green bars in a row looking for a short. And once again, you could have picked up a couple of pips. So we've got 175 pips of accumulated range. Taking a look at the ATR percentage, we're at 41 right now, which is not the lowest. And once again, 175 pips of range, not the lowest. But we still have 3 full trading weeks ahead of us. And just to get a perspective, the ATR is 427. So we'll see if we can get near that. So for the month so far, we've got a higher high, higher low, but we've got a red monthly candle. Prices in between those wick zones at the moment. For the week, previous bar was an inside bar, price inside the lower wick zone. Price is turning down. You can see flip-flop box here. We exceeded the previous range by 46.1 pips so far this week. Sellers strong control. Higher high, higher low. We have an outside bar now. Dropping down to the daily. We're below the lower wick zone of the previous day. Exceeded the previous day's range by 8.6 pips. Sellers strong control. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4 red days in a row. 4 red days in a row. Lower high, lower low. And obviously prices below the lower wick zone. So I'm not sure how many traders are trying this price action score, but if you play it straight, it's just really simple. You get your trading opportunities. I was talking to a trader today and I was saying, if you look back, you'll see how many opportunities you get. So here was one, a short, turned around with the long. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. As you can see here, if you wait for the 4 bars in a row, then it really drops off when you try and get to 5 and 6. And that's just playing the statistics. There's certain things, that you could glean from the chart. For example, if price closes above the previous candle's high, even though you might have 4 green bars, you might want to wait because a lot of times that means prices make a strong keep going up. And if the indicator 2 for M1 is above the indicator 2 for M5, you might want to wait because the bias is long, and vice versa. If M1 is below M5 here, indicator 2, then the bias is short. And you can go against the bias. So we've got 3 in a row here, but we're going to run out of time before this candle closes. But you can just watch and see by the time you watch this video, you can see what had happened. So, fellow traders, I hope 2026 has proven to be profitable for you so far. And enjoy the football games this weekend. In fact, tonight the Oregon Ducks play #1 Indiana. And since I live in Oregon, everybody there is rooting for the Ducks. Me, not so much. But I don't really care. It's I'm more waiting for the NFL playoffs, and I just hope certain teams lose. But we'll just have to wait and see. So, fellow traders, when you come back to your trading platform, always remember, never forget, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is TheRumpledOne.